Do you have any suggestions to people, like maybe someone out there might be having trouble with their feet or their hands? What are those indicators of?
It depends on which system of the body it's located. In other words, if it's the nervous system, it has to do with communication. If it's the muscle system, and it has to do with strength or resistance or stubbornness. If it so if it's the blood level, it has to do with communication, or if it's, it depends on the system. But in general, the feet have to do with how we step forward into life. And the hands are reaching out and welcoming. So, the parts of the body actually talk to themselves. And I studied that in a 3-week intuitive anatomy class, so I could listen to the body.
So you're saying that the body, even itself, kind of communicates, like the hands talk to, like,
Yes.
for example, say if somebody had a problem with their feet, it means they're not moving forward, and if their hands join in, it means they need to express more. Is that kind of the idea?
Yes, but that's very particular to each person. So, it could be stepping forward, but they don't know how to pace themselves in their life. So there could be a more particular issue in there, and the body would tell me that.
So you'd have to be doing, it's almost like you're doing some sort of exploratory into the person's personality, into their life.
Absolutely.
How is that? Are people resistant, or when they come to you, are they open to doing something like that?
Everyone's really different. And I'm very inquisitive. I have questions that I ask them that I'm told through Creator to ask them. Like, I might make a statement of, why do you think you can't have abundance in your life? And they might say, well, my family, they were really poor, and we had to work hard for every penny we made. And I hear their belief. They have to work hard for every penny they make. So we change the belief.
Is it that simple? I mean,
there is a digging process. For some people, it's much more involved. For some people, like this man, he was ready to change. 1 hour, that was all it is, and it changed his life. Everyone's different.
It's interesting when you start talking about the individual, how the individual can heal. And suddenly I'm kind of broadening it a little bit. I mean, it sounds very, very new. It sounds that it really takes a commitment on one's part to really believe in the process, or to know that this could happen for them. But I'm wondering, have you ever thought how this could transcend to, say, on a global level? I mean, as far as healing, all these wars going on and these conflicts going on, and so many children and women suffering. Do you have any ideas on how we can shift that through using the process that you use?
Yes, because what I feel is if enough of us change our belief systems, it affects the group consciousness. And when that happens, the paradigm shifts on a much bigger level. And that's my commitment, is to see that if I help people and teach enough classes, then those people will go out and start changing beliefs also, not just on themselves, but their family, friends, and clients that they may develop in practice. And I've taught a lot of people now that are teachers. So it excites me that I've really supported the planet in making that shift. And that's, women, children, men, whatever. We work on animals. It doesn't really matter, because everything is part of creation. And we come here to learn. That's what our souls are here to do. And we can learn it really difficultly, or we can learn it in joy and creativity. And that's what I really want to live out of, is the joy and the creativity.
When you start talking about the healing of the planet, say, and you say, like, we have this choice. We can do it easily, or we can do it with difficulty. That's what scares me the most, that we're going to take the difficult route. I mean, when you think about the world today, we have enough arsenals on the planet to just blow us to smithereens. And you're wondering why people aren't just saying, hey, stop. We got to think about this. We got to look at how we can heal this divide that's going on among the people, among the races, women. I did some shows on International Women's History Month, and suddenly I realized what the divide between women of color and white women, between women and women who choose lesbian lifestyles, you know, all these different divides. And then when you start looking at the whole continent, all the divides of religions, of belief systems, and then the whole globe, I mean, it's just, you just go, whoa, you know, so much has to come together. So how do you see this